Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Modi with OddsJam. And what we're going to do in this video is we're going to bet some more baseball. So I actually already came out with the video today for best bets for today's MLB betting slate, June 26th. But I was scanning through the positive EV page and I found a play that I thought was really awesome. I McSlammed it, 5-unit McSlam. So I figured I would take it. I would record myself, talk through the math behind it, why I think it's a really good bet, and go from there. Yes, and of course it will be added to my Matt's Bets spreadsheet, which is where I track all my MLB bets. Of course, the bet I got from using the OddsJam positive expected value page. It's where I get all of my bets. And for this one, it actually is a yes run first inning bet. I know that those of you who have been following along know that I've gotten like absolutely just slammed on these yes run first inning bets. And I've noticed that the OddsJam positive EV page like trends towards them. Like here's 4 yes run first inning bets just right off the bat. 5, 6, 7. Doesn't mean that every single one is worth taking. So I did a little bit more research into this one, and I just fell in love with it. I absolutely loved it. Thought it was a really good bet. And if you couldn't guess by the tabs I have open, it's in the Cardinals-Cubs game. So let's talk about it. The Cardinals-Cubs yes run first inning. I got it at plus 100 odds on FanDuel. I actually already locked this puppy in over 100. You can see all my active bets. I'm sweating out a couple bets. FanDuel I've actually had a decent amount of luck with recently, so I'm hoping to keep that going. But to talk through the play a little bit, so like I said, the odds on FanDuel are still at plus 100. The OddsJam line has this at minus 119. Now, those of you who have been following along probably know that the OddsJam line is the sharpest sportsbook in the world. They have the most efficient betting market, so we generally view the OddsJam line pulled from this sportsbook as the quote-unquote true line of what a market should be priced at. Now, of course, before you can move forward with the bet, before you should place a bet, you should look at the no vig odds. The vig is essentially just the juice, the tax, whatever you want to call it, the upcharge of odds themselves that sportsbooks price the odds so that way they can accept equal payout on both sides and they will be profitable. So in order to see what the true line of a market is, what the OddsJam line truly believes the bet should be priced at, you have to remove the vig, which is exactly what this column does here. So with the vig removed, we see that this is essentially a plus 110 bet, or excuse me, minus 110 bet that we are getting at plus 100. So that difference between the minus 110 and the plus 100, that's your edge, which is actually calculated here in this percent. So this column here, it calculates just exactly how mathematically profitable your bet is. And in this case, it's about 4.65%. So you can expect to make roughly $4.65 for every $100 spent on this specific bet. Now, there's a couple things I do before locking in a bet, even if I see it on here. Number one, I look at the width. Market width is essentially a way to just measure confidence in what lines are being priced at. The lower numbers, the better. So anything 25 and below, I consider a tight market. A tight market, that is within range of something that should be bet. This one being at 17 is good to go. So the next thing that I like to do is open it up in a new tab. You can literally just open link in a new tab. And it pulls up where every other book prices this same market at. So we see the OddsJam line at minus 119. We see FanDuel at plus 100. So the goal of looking into all the markets is just to see is everything being priced closer to the OddsJam line or closer to the FanDuel line? Basically trying to understand, are we truly getting a pricing discrepancy or not? And then this one is a resounding yes. OddsJam at minus 119. BetRivers at minus 118. Caesars at minus 115. All closer to the OddsJam line at minus 119. So for math reasons, that's why I absolutely love it. I also, and why this one's particularly, I decided to 5-unit McSlam, is for baseball reasons. I think it's an awesome, awesome bet to only get at plus 100 odds. So let's go through it. Number one, Cubs versus Cardinals tomorrow. Let's look at the pitching matchup. Alec Mills, I think he's only made one start. He has a 8.6 ERA, 0 for 1. Not great. The next guy, Jack Flaherty, he has no decisions. He has a 7.5 ERA and only 4 strikeouts. So the strikeouts, I don't necessarily care too much about. What I really care about is their ERA of 8.6 and 7.5. So 2 not that great pitchers, we can presume. The next one, reason why I like it is just let's look at the stats for the Cardinals and Cubs in terms of how they perform in yes run or no run first inning. So yes run first inning here, no run first inning here. The first one, let's look at the Cubs. The Cardinals. 40 yes run first inning to 31 no run first inning. So they are trending towards the yes run first inning. Now let's look at the Cubs. Even better, 41 to the yes run first inning, 28 to the no run first inning. So again, heavily skewed towards yes run first inning, which means that either they have bad pitchers or they have good batters. No matter what, it means that runs are typically being scored in the first inning of this game, between these two teams, So again, I mix-slammed this one. I put $125 on it. That is 5 units for me, according to my bankroll. 125 to profit 125, total payout being 250. So now the last thing I like to do is just look at what my expected profit margin for this is. This is something that I just recently started tracking on the 21st. You use the percent of your positive expected value, in this case 4.65%, and then literally in order to get your actual mathematical actual profit, your in terms of dollars, you just multiply the amount of money you bet versus the percent. So I have a really, really complicated formula that does that. D multiplied by G, wager size by expected value percent. That shows me that this one has an expected profit margin of roughly $5.81. So that's pretty good. That's higher than the ones I normally have, I will say, at $5.81. So this is going to be my bet. So now what I need to do is just officially add it to my OddsJam bet tracker so I can have it tracked here. Click save, and we are good to go there. So this is going to be my yes run first inning bet of the day for tomorrow, or today, depending when you're watching this, June 26th. I recommend you tail. If you do, I would love to hear it. Hit me up at my Twitter handle that is now flashed on the screen here. Let me know you're tailing. Comment on the video. Let me know you're tailing that way. Other than that, please remember the big three. Like the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, and then, of course, share with your friends to help us grow. But that's all I got for you. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.